Hi, today I want to walk you through this great new tool from GrovePath, the Orbit Suite Data Manager. It is a tool that's currently released on Forge and is available for people to download and use. And it's got some amazing features that I've been seeking in OutSystems for a long time. And what the Data Manager allows you to do is to rapidly connect in, look at all of your applications that are installed from a data layer. And if we pick an application, we can now get a listing of the modules that are available in that application and all of the entities that are available within those modules. So if we pick employees here, for example, one of the amazing things is you're new to the application, you're trying to figure out the data relationships. There is an entity diagram navigator built right in that shows you all of the relationships, all the definitions. You can click on these and bring up the tables so you can get an understanding of the data that's involved. And then from there you can start to navigate through the data. There's built-in viewers for files, images, and immediately you can come in here and start to edit the data, navigate through the data, delete the data, filter the data, all the things that are difficult to do directly from Service Studio. And so there's really some fantastic capabilities that are built in here. So if we drill into the basic functionality that's provided out of the box with the Orbit Suite Data Manager, for any table, you can now come in and see all of the data that's in the table instead of just the few row preview that you get in Service Studio. You can search for any of the data in that database, and we can pick a row. We can immediately get a dialog that will allow us to step through the rows, look at the different data. You can print that information. We can edit that information and update the fields that we need to, including updating binary fields, all created dynamically. We can add completely new rows, save data to the table. And so all this helps jumpstart navigation and solving issues at the data layer, which can be challenging, particularly at dev. But then think about this tool at other environmental levels as well. So when you've got a problem in production and you can't quite figure out how to solve it, you're needing to deploy a fix to production. This allows you to go in at a data layer, look at the problem, and solve it immediately without needing to deploy a thing to production. The other aspects to Data Manager is that it's secured. There's a lot of features that are built in and can be controlled by platform administrators, so it's not just wide open, allowing people to access the data in production, for example. There's features that allow it to be controlled and audited and accomplished in a secured way. I know that when I'm creating new applications in OutSystems today without Data Manager, I spend a lot of time creating data management screens, a list view, a detail view, adding some sorts, a way to export the data. And really to get at what I anticipate are going to be support screens that are needed down the road once the application's in production. And so Data Manager really obviates the need for a lot of that work, as it provides a great deal of that functionality out of the box. So right now we're looking at a sample product screen from the OutSystems sample database. Right, again, immediately we can pull up the entity diagram navigator and see the relationships and drill in, look at the data in those tables. If we're having an issue within those tables, we can quickly navigate and see the information. We can do some really great things to begin to sort and filter that data. Again, we're able to see all the data in the database immediately. In here you can do things to control the views and just display the columns that you need to see. We can control, the sorting of the information. If we want to change that in the view, we can export the data immediately to, Excel and open it up and see all the data within the database, which is fantastic and easy to accomplish. Another terrific feature built in to the advanced options here is the ability to create a compound search, the advanced search here. And let's say we want to look for products that have likes greater than 75 likes. We'll apply that search criteria. We can search for those right away, update the database. But now we want to refine this further, and we can add an additional criteria here. Say we want to look for a price that's between $100 and $200. We can add that search criteria and continue to filter down the database. Then edit the data we need. We can immediately clear those results and get back to viewing and working with the full database. I want to point out too, there's a great wealth of information that's provided in hover areas and these information displays at the top of the page. So as you navigate into different applications, you're getting sort of this immediate readout on the count of the apps, the modules, the entities, the attributes that are available. If we go sort of in reverse order here, looking at an entity, you can quickly open up the entity, directly pop this open into Service Studio. You can do some things to, automatically clear related data. You can look at the order of precedence, which is fantastic to understand, how you need to clear data in a delete relationship and walk the tree back up. You can immediately get the list of attributes that are available and being displayed in the table here. And then similarly, you can open a module in Service Studio. You can open that module's home page. We've looked at the entity diagram navigator. You can open a module in Service Center. And same thing with the applications. You could walk that back up and open the application homepage. You can open the application in Service Center. And here is one of the features for the platform administrator where they can control which applications can be viewed and accessed from Data Manager and set them if they need to be read-only or disabled completely so that people could not access them through the Data Manager. And that's solely controllable by the platform administrator and changeable at different deployment tiers as well. So that's a quick walkthrough of the Orbit Suite Data Manager from GrovePath. I think you've gotten to see the dynamic nature of the application and what an amazing time saver productivity tool this is for developers and platform administrators to be able to go through at a data layer and manage the data, look at it immediately. We've talked about a lot of the security features that are built in so that platform administrators can control access to the data. There's also audit information that underlies the entire system that will provide information about what data people are accessing and changing. And just here's a summary of the benefits, right? Promoting data management best practices across development and support, improving developers' autonomy, reducing complexity and maintenance costs, improves application data management quality, and it's an easy single interface for development and support teams, increasing velocity to support applications. So please navigate over to the OutSystems Forge and download the Orbit Suite Data Manager from GrovePath. I think you'll find it incredibly valuable. We look forward to your feedback. Thank you very much.